My name is Kiera Hogan. I am the girl on fire, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, born and raised. My brother got me into wrestling when I was about 10 years old. I was at my father's house, his apartment, and him and my brother always watch wrestling. They were watching it one night, and I just happened to go up front, and I saw Jeff Hardy. He was on top of a ladder, and then I just sat and watched it, and I saw Mickie James and Trish Stratus. The one person that really got me influenced was Mickie James. She is my idol. She's the person that influenced me in wrestling. I've gotten to meet her on many occasions and tell her. I've even gotten to tell her that I want to work with her one day. So Mickie James is the biggest influence on me. But of course, all of the divas in that era, Lita, Trish Stratus, have gotten me into the wrestling world. Well, I was an interviewer and an announcer first. So I started at WWA 4 in September of 2013, and then I was interviewing, and then I got my first show. It was Moose's Labor Day September show, and I got to announce. After that, I went to PWX that February of 2014. I worked with PWX for about 6 or 7 months on and off, and then AWE got in contact with me because they were going to work with ECWE in College Park. I technically was one of the first women of AWE, if you want to count it like that. I was the interviewer on the very, very, very first show. And then the next show I got to manage on night. So I started off as a manager at AWE, and then a couple months later, after I started training and really wanted to get in the ring and become a wrestler, I got my first match at AWE in April 21st, I believe was the date, where I wrestled Dimension Rose. I mean, I've always wanted to be a wrestler. I never even thought I would interview or announce. It just kind of was an opportunity that presented itself, which was a good opportunity because the whole first year of my career, I got to watch and experience and kind of just learn from other people, I guess. And it was a good first year for me, but then, of course, I saw other girls get in the ring, like Priscilla Kelly, and I saw just different girls that I was at the same stage at, and they were getting matches too. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and start training. I'm 19 years old. Let me go ahead and start getting in the ring. The transition wasn't as hard as I thought. I did have to tell PWX that I was no longer announcing and interviewing, but a couple months later, I got my match in a triple threat with Priscilla Kelly and Tessa Blanchard. So, I mean, the transition was pretty good, and I'm really glad that I finally stepped up and became a wrestler. So, all the people I've worked with have been a challenge. Everybody has been different, from Priscilla Kelly to Owen Knight to Ashley Starr. I wrestled Amy Levin Omega. She was amazing to work with. She was one of my best matches because I wrestled at Omega in North Carolina. But honestly, I have to say my best match was with Ashley Starr, our last show at the Masquerade. I really got to show that I was a worker. I mean, regardless if it was with a man or not, I got to show that I'm a good worker, and I tried to show that I was a badass at that time because I feel like I've been training for so long. My first match, I trained for 6 months straight, for 6 days a week, until I got my first match. And when I got my first match, I feel like I earned it because I worked my ass off. So I feel like he really just presented a challenge to me, and I accepted. And I feel like I just followed through on that challenge. So Ashley Starr has to be my best match so far. My toughest match was with Pandora, GCW. It just went up online. When I first met Pandora, she was really helpful. She really wanted to work with me because we started here at UIW, and of course the whole situation with UIW happened, so we didn't get to work with each other, but we did get to work at GCW, and she was one of my toughest opponents. She really tried to show the tougher side of wrestling to me. She's a hard hitter, and she's a tough fighter, and she really was a challenge that I loved working with her. Yes, me and Owen Knight are a couple in real life and ring life. I've managed him for the past 2 years, and we've been together for almost 3 years. So he actually pushed me to get into wrestling. We met through wrestling, and then of course he saw that I wanted to be a wrestler, and he really pushed me to get in the ring and train and, he really saw like I was really athletic and really like compassionate about the business, and I really wanted to learn and grow and be a good worker, not just a women's wrestler. I wanted to be a great professional wrestler. So he saw something in me and really pushed me, and I have to give most of my training credit to him and to Mr. Hughes, of course. Hughes he tells us he's a comical type heel, and what I really gained from him was his knowledge as far as the technicality of wrestling moves. He's very hands-on when it comes to us learning the moves correctly and how to execute them, but also how to perfect them. So he's a really good like hands-on type trainer, and I've just learned to, don't get a big head and just keep going, and there's never not room for improvement at all. Every time I go to training, it's always something that I haven't learned before, so he's all about improvement. So DATLE, and I hope that you are watching this, or /D-Rain. We are New Age. If you don't know who that is, we are on Facebook. It is a group of collective wrestlers, me, Owen Knight, DAT Alien, Kid Scene, Rick Bryant. We also have our own ref, Andrew Atkins, and of course we have our newest, Ashley Starr is more of a feature, if you will, because he is featured in New Age, and we also have a newcomer, Donald. So we're just a collective group of wrestlers who want to support each other but also grow as a unit. I feel like we want to be kind of like the New Age Bullet Club, if you will. We are a bunch of talented wrestlers who came out of WWA4 that just want to make the business better. We're all very passionate about the business, so we really work hard as a group, and we really work hard in pushing and promoting each other. So we're just a collective group of wrestlers trying to change the game. Of course, we're at WWA4 every Thursday. I'll probably be wrestling Angel Blackwell for the very third and last time. Of course, like I said, New Age is at WWA4. We're there training every week, and every Thursday night we are there. As far as our next collective show is, it'll probably be OSW. We haven't gotten a date for it yet next month in Thompson. For me, my next show is February 6th. I will be at Southern Fried Wrestling going against Calm Like a Bomb Pandora. I really want to get into all women's wrestling promotions because I feel like most of the matches I've had have been with men. And there's nothing wrong with that, but men there's a different aspect between wrestling men and women. Women are actually going to challenge you and kind of let you build yourself by yourself, but men kind of carry you more so that you both look good. So I really want to go to Shine, of course, and Shimmer, but the big thing is WWE, which last year I did have a WWE tryout. I did not get signed, but hopefully this year we're looking up, and WWE's in the very, very near future. It was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I say that because I've been a fan my whole life, and just being there and being in the same room as William Regal and Dusty Rhodes. I was there. I got to meet Dusty Rhodes right before he passed away. A week after I got home, he passed away. So I got to meet him and Matt Bloom and Sarah, and just being down there was such an amazing experience. I didn't even care if I didn't get signed. I was just that glad that I got the opportunity to actually go down there, be in the presence of all these amazing workers, and just share the same passion with all of these other people. As far as the training went, we did a lot of in-ring work. We did a lot of rolling around and bumping, and we did a lot of drills. Like, they really pushed you as far as ring work, but also strength training. And then our last day, we did promos like this. And we got to tell the people, we got to tell Vince McMahon and Triple H about ourselves and who we were, and they loved my promo. That's what they told me. They said I was a little Spitfire, which of course, I'm the girl of fire. So my promo really just said that this is not just a weekend for me. It's my whole life. It's literally been my entire life. I remember being in middle school, in class, looking at FCW and seeing how much it was, because I knew I wanted to go to Florida to go to FCW, but I couldn't because I couldn't afford it. So I found WWA4, and then it took off from there. But I just remember ending my promo with, "My name is Kiera Hogan. I'm the new Hogan, just with a little bit of fire." There's so many good good females out there today. Like, it's so many good female workers. Mia Yim, Marty Bell, Kimberly, Candice LeRae. I would have loved to work Athena. Athena was at my tryout. She got signed on the spot. I really wanted to work Athena after I got to know her and saw how dedicated she was. But honestly, as far as females, I feel like there's no specific person I would want to work. I feel like everybody is different in their own right, and everybody has their different style, and I want to be tested as far as technicality, style, and performance. So there's no particular name except for Mickie James, but I think everybody is fair game at this point. Kiera Hogan is on the rise this year of 2016. Hopefully you guys stay with me on this journey. You can follow me on Facebook. I do have a fan page, Kiera Hogan. I also have a YouTube channel, which I upload some of my matches, and I do have some things in the work right now. Mickie James Fan 94. I made it when I was like 14, so don't mind the name, but it's me. I also have an Instagram, Hogan Knows Best 18, and Twitter, Hogan Knows Best 3. So if you guys want to stay with me for this journey, I would love for you to follow me. I'm a really down-to-earth type person, and I love the wrestling business. It's my life. I love to take in everything like a sponge, so hopefully you guys can help me and just stay on the journey with me as I go along this little ride.
And you may want to clarify, because I'm sure you get that comment a lot.
What?
Or at least I've seen the comment on my page several times.
I'm not really Hulk Hogan. I promise. I'm not.